Hey everybody, Dean Young Home Tech. Hope everybody is doing well today. Partly sunny, some overcast. Don't feel too bad outside. I'm looking at 52 on my van thermometer. Pretty good day so far. Our morning inspection had canceled over the weekend. Chose a different inspector, and we had an afternoon one, so just finished that up, heading home. And when someone cancels an inspection, it doesn't bother me whatsoever. Everybody should have a choice and or be able to change their mind. You know, I'm not going to say, oh, you signed this agreement, or you done this, or I could have planned another this, or get upset with them. They completely have a choice, and I get it 100%. So, and God always provides. So it's repetitive when anybody ever cancels an inspection for whatever reason, whether it's finances, or they just decide they don't want to buy it, or just whatever, or they just decide they don't want to do a home inspection, whatever the case may be. God always provides. I've got infinity trust in God, and I don't ever worry about it, because he takes care of me. He takes care of my family. I feel blessed. I feel honored, 1,000,000%. So I don't hold people, you know, to, well, you done this, or you done that, or you put me in a bad position, or already planned to do this, or whatever. No, life happens, things happen, and people need to be more understanding. But there's some people out there that are really greedy, or they're having a bad day and they're trying to find a reason to put it on somebody else. And, you know, or I had a so-and-so payment coming up, and that money was going to be on that, and you know, so what? You know, life happens. People have things happen, and you know, they just decided they wanted to go with somebody else. A lot of times realtors will, you know, recommend several different inspection companies, and they'll say, which one of these, you know, and then the people choose, and then they may come back later and say, well, I just talked to my friend so-and-so, and they had their inspection done by so-and-so, and they're really happy with them, so can we change that inspection? Sure, you know, we'll reach out to the inspector and tell them you want to cancel. Things like that happen, people, and there's really no reason to get mad about it. There's really no reason whatsoever. So aside of that, we have passed our numbers for what we done last year this time, and we still have this week to go into next weekend, I guess. This week is filling up pretty. We've got at least one every day this week, and I think we're getting into twos every day this week, except for tomorrow. I've got an eye appointment, so tomorrow doesn't count. And today will be just one inspection, because the client, I think they backed out, or made the cancellation on, I believe, Saturday. So we've already booked a couple since then, and put them in later in the week. So yeah, it's starting to pick up a little bit. We're just, you know, we're getting past the holiday stuff, and people are getting a little settled in. People are starting to get ready to get their taxes and stuff, get everything prepared for that, and look at their finances, and look at their income, what they made, and, you know, potentially apply for a mortgage. And, you know, things should be picking up from here on out, I believe, depending on the weather. You know, there's been some setbacks in the weather. We've had to push some days out, which we're through that now. And I think everybody is pretty content and pretty happy. And So hopefully, everything will continue to pick up. And once it starts picking up, then you're going to have that little spring break, little 2-week thing that can be really busy or it could be slow. And then things from there are pretty much steady building up all the way through December. That's typically what I've been seeing the past few years. And I don't know where we are on inventory right now. I haven't really looked at that lately. I guess I can look into that, see where we're at on inventory, but usually the numbers will go up a little bit because people at the new year want to make a change or a life change or a job change or whatever, and they want to move or sell or whatever. So there will be some inventory opening up, and so we'll see what happens with that. Haven't done any podcasts in a really long time. I just really haven't had the time, and I really don't know what topic I'm wanting to talk about. If there's a topic anybody wants me to talk about, let me know. I can get some posted. All the ones I had were through BuzzFeed, and I just don't want to pay to have podcasts just there. I mean, I know people do, and they're there, and they pay for the storage space, but I'm not 100% set on doing podcasts all the time. I just do it, and they're there for 90 days and then move on, and maybe I'll repeat it in a different element, and talk about it, and it'll be there again. Maybe a same topic that's already been deleted, I'll just go over it. But if there's a topic on something you want me to do a podcast on, I would gladly do that. And I'm going to start doing it and adding it to my YouTube channel. So I'll have like a podcast, like just audio type that you can listen to, Spotify, iTunes, whatever platform that you may be listening to. And then I'll have like a YouTube, so you can actually see me doing the podcast, and it will be up till whenever. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Get me to go in and tab out this report. The buyer was there, seemed to be in tune with everything, and I like when buyers are in tune. And he knew and already had plans for a lot of the things that I already called out. Typically a lot of those things were cosmetics, and some were not cosmetics. A little bit poor maintenance and water infiltration concerns, especially on fascias and soffits and the eaves, just deterioration of wood components. The siding was of cedar, and cedar, what happens is a lot of times the boring bees, also known as carpenter bees, what will happen is they will make holes and whatever in there, and they will have their larvae and whatever in there, and then you got your your woodpeckers come in, and the woodpeckers will just peck away trying to get to that larvae and just cause further deterioration. Then you get the weather elements in there that get in there and cause a lot of moisture damage and stuff, and this is a vicious cycle. Cedar, it's a good protectant of let's say termites, but as far as carpenter bees and stuff, woodpeckers, it's very hard to it requires a lot of maintenance to maintain those because of that, because the carpenter bees will just buzz holes all through it, and the woodpeckers are just going to pick their way through it, especially on fascia cladding. They will just tear it apart. So it gets to be a big problem. Springtime into early summer is when you're going to see that happen a lot more. So it's high maintenance on the cedar siding. So I believe he was going to put in some vinyl soffit, vinyl cladding, and and vinyl siding around and everything wrapped and whatever to maintain it. So to help it with some maintenance, you know. Vinyl is not 100% maintenance free. You do have to pressure clean it, and it can wear, and you can get holes. It will crack, depending on the elements that it's in and how well it's maintained. So it will require some maintenance. You see advertisements of maintenance-free siding. There is no maintenance-free siding. It all requires maintenance in some way, shape, or form. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna get in here. 336-9090-185, HomeTechNC.com, and hopefully you've heard my little jingle. I'm gonna post it some more. Hopefully you guys can share that jingle just to get it stuck in people's head. And share it, and make it go viral. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna get out of here again. 336-9090-185, HomeTechNC.com.